Good morning, students. Today we will study division of integers. We know that division is inverse operation of multiplication. Let us see an example for whole numbers. Since 3 into 5 equal to 15, so 15 divided by 5 equal to 3 and 15 divided by 3 equal to 5. Similarly, 4 into 3 equal to 12 gives 12 divided by 4 equal to 3 and 12 divided by 3 equal to 4. We also observe that 72 divided by minus 8 equal to minus 9 and 50 divided by minus 10 equal to minus 5. For 72 divided by minus 9 equal to minus 8. 50 divided by minus 5 equal to minus 10. So, we can say that when we divide a positive integer by a negative integer, we first divide them as whole numbers and then put a minus sign before the quotient. That is, we get a negative integer. In general, for any two positive integers a and b, a divided by minus b equal to minus a divided by b, where b is not equivalent to 0. Now properties of division of integers. Say first property, like whole numbers, any integer a divided by 0 is meaningless and 0 divided by an integer other than 0 is equal to 0. That is, for any integer a divided by 0 is not defined, but 0 divided by a equal to 0 for a not equivalent to 0. Second property, when we divide a whole number by 1, it gives the same whole number. Let us check whether it is true for negative integers also. Observe the following: minus 8 divided by 1 equal to minus 8. Minus 11 divided by 1 equal to minus 11. Minus 13 divided by 1 equal to minus 13. Minus 25 divided by 1 equal to minus 25. Minus 37 divided by 1 equal to minus 37. Minus 48 divided by 1 equal to minus 48. This shows that negative integer divided by 1 gives the same negative integer. So, any integer divided by 1 gives the same integer. In general, for any integer a divided by 1 equal to a. Say third property, what happens when we divide any integer by minus 1? Complete the following table. Minus 8 divided by minus 1 equal to 8. Minus 11 divided by minus 1 equal to minus 11. 13 divided by minus 1 equal to minus 13. We can say that if any integer is divided by minus 1, it does not give the same integer. Now come to example 6. In a test, plus 5 marks are given for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. First part, Radhika answered all the questions and secured 30 marks, though she got 10 correct answers. Second, Jay also answered all the questions and secured minus 12 marks, though he got 4 correct answers. How many incorrect answers had they attempted? See the solution. First part, marks given for one correct answer equal to 5. So, marks given for 10 correct answers equal to 5 into 10 equal to 50. Radhika's score equal to 30. The marks obtained for incorrect answers equal to 30 minus 50 equal to minus 20. Marks given for one incorrect answer equal to minus 2. Therefore, number of incorrect answers equal to minus 20 divided by minus 2. It is equivalent to 10. This is your answer for first part. Now second part. Marks given for 4 correct answers equal to 5 into 4 equal to 20. Jay's score equal to minus 12. The marks obtained for incorrect answers equal to minus 12 minus 20 equal to minus 32. The marks given for one incorrect answer equal to minus 2. Therefore, number of incorrect answers equal to minus 32 divided by minus 2 equal to 16. This is the answer for second part. Now come to example 7. A shopkeeper earns profit of rupee 1 by selling one pen and incurs a loss of 40 paise per pencil while selling pencils of her old stock. First part, in a particular month, she incurs a loss of rupees 5. In this period, she sold 45 pens. How many pencils did she sell in this period? See the solution of first part. Profit earned by selling one pen equal to rupee 1. Therefore, profit earned by selling 45 pens equal to rupees 45, which we denote by plus rupees 45. Total loss given equal to rupees 5, which we denote by minus rupees 5. Profit earned plus loss incurred equal to total loss. Therefore, loss incurred equal to total loss minus profit earned equal to rupees minus 5 minus 45 equal to rupees minus 50. Convert it into paisa. 1 rupee equal to 100 paisa. Multiply minus 50 into 100. You will get minus 5000 paisa. Loss incurred by selling one pencil equal to 40 paisa, which we write as minus 40 paisa. So, number of pencils sold equal to minus 500 divided by minus 40 equal to 125 pencils. This is the answer for first part. Now come to second part. In the next month, she earns neither profit nor loss. If she sold 70 pens, how many pencils did she sell? See the solution of second part. In the next month, there is neither profit nor loss. So, profit earned plus loss incurred equal to 0. That is, profit earned equal to minus loss incurred. Now, profit earned by selling 70 pens equal to rupees 70 and loss incurred by selling pencils equal to rupees 70, which we indicate by minus rupees 70 or minus 7000 paise. So total number of pencils sold equal to minus 7000 divided by minus 40, you will get 175 pencils. This is the answer of second part.